Hey, so welcome to this follow-on video from my initial overview of the Triad plugin by Unfiltered Audio. This video is more of a look over my shoulder as I work on the piece of music, going track by track, adding the Triad to each track. There's a bookmark timeline below showing each instrument that I work on, so please click on that to skip through the video. So the great thing about this is it's creative, but it's also mix, so instantly I can tell I would like a bit more kick. Put this Unity thing on, just give a bit more thump to try. Okay, that's going the wrong way for me. I probably want to do it. Okay, so that would be one of my instant kind of thoughts. I think I would probably like to change the saturation on these. Less hard clip, more, let's add a bit more. There we go. Right, first off, I think I want to mess with some kind of granular stuff on the kind of change it up a bit. Yeah, kind of give it a bit of, I kind of wanted to make the drums sound a bit more noisy. I'm going to brighten up a bit. So there's this cool thing called contrast, which that just adds, kind of brings out the sound without distorting it. Pull it back a little bit, go to there. Just makes it a little bit brighter, but adds a really cool sound to it. Right, let's just kind of mess with this and see what happens. Yeah, kind of just messing with the pitch of it a little bit too much, perhaps. Back. Mess with this freeze, and then let's kind of, let's reverse the phase and mess with the mix. Yeah, kind of there, mess around with that, it's pretty nice. So it has that kind of noise behind it, I like that. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to see if I can narrow down saturate that a little bit more. Okay, what I want to do is add some cool reverb to this. Now I like this lo-fi thing, this 80s kind of, these different, I love this one, it's so cool. Yeah, I love that, it's kind of cool. So that's probably what I'd do with the drums, and then of course I can mess with that. I can add another LFO. Let's try something different. Let's do let's try this chaos thing. Let's just see what happens with that. Put this on the dump. Just do it on a hertz basis. Let's add the chaos in. So kind of change up how it's kind of changing it up a little bit. In fact, let's add these together. Make more of an emphasis on that. Okay, so put these back in. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So listen to that in context. One thing I love about this plugin is this. Listen to that from mono. So I like it. It starts getting a bit too phasey towards towards the far right, but I love that sound. It's gorgeous. Okay, so if we have the biome in here, so what was I going to add? So one thing you notice here is that there's this. And then they have this post, and you can switch it before or afterwards. You can put that in before or afterwards. So let's say on the side, I just want to add a touch of EQ. Let's just add a little bit of the highs. Just makes it brighter. And then the mids, I just want to make this adds a nice bit of thing. Okay, so at the moment we've got it post. Let's just add a bit of let's add some add a little bit of stuff to it. Okay, let's listen to the difference between that pre and post. So this is post at the moment. I'll switch it to pre. Actually sounds nice like that. There's post. Nice. Okay, just pull it back a little bit. Okay, let's add one to the piano. I quite want to do something that is moving the piano around. So I'm going to go for a preset this time and just tweak a preset. So let's look at this guy here, 3-band panner. So you can hear straight away, you can see the highs, the mids and the lows are all panning at different speeds. So you see the spectrum in different speakers in different places in this stereo image at different times. And I kind of want to add to this just to create a little bit of variety in there as well. So I'm going to add, let's do a bit of reverse delay. Okay, a little bit of let's just do you know what? That's not the right speed for that filter. I'm going to go for the slow filter that's on there. Oh, that's quite nice. And I kind of, let's just listen to that. Bit of pitch shift on it, I think. Maybe add a bit of octave in there. Let's add a bit of pitch shift. Let's move it up. Let's add another. Just have it going. This button here is bipolar to unipolar. So if you see here, this goes from the line. It goes forwards and backwards. I'll make it more clear. So it goes forwards and backwards. If you take the bipolar off, it just goes forwards. And of course, you can make it just going backwards by reversing the phase. So if I just slow this down, so it just kind of comes in and out real slow. In fact, let's do hertz. Okay, so a bit of pitch shift on it. Let's put these back in. Let's make the bass a little bit beefier. Okay, let's try adding a bit of something interesting to this guy. Bit of granulation. It's interesting. Change the kind of feel of it there. Let's add that in. It's nice. And then I think it needs a little bit more still, so I'm going to Put a bit of this lo-fi reverb on here. I love this glitter one, I think it's rad. So I like how when you put reverb on this split, it still sounds like a full reverb, even though it's actually only on this top end. It still sounds like it's reverbing the whole thing, which I really like. Let's put some pre-delay on it. Let's do some more. Let's do a sample and hold. Let's see. Sample and hold. Let's oops. Actually, let's do a okay, let's see what that sounds like in the mix with everything else. Okay, and on to the bass line now. I want to keep this one fairly simple because we're already quite busy and everything else, so I'm actually just going to do a bit of a mix thing on here. Let's go to factory preset. I kind of want to beef it with a bit of tape, so I found this preset here, which just adds a bit of tape gain saturation to each band. It's a bit much for me, so I'm just going to pull the mix level down a bit, kind of play with it, see how it feels. Now here, the preset guys have made great use of the macros, which is basically MIDI controlled. So you can assign a macro to MIDI and then treat it as any other modifier. Just double click there and you can see I've all the macros are linked to specific things. So this is I've MIDI learnt this to one of my controllers, and it's just like an EQ basically. So the low gain on the saturation is assigned to this macro, trim, mid and high, and I can just change them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull them all just back a little bit, just to make it a little bit more subtle, like that. So it's got a little bit of beef, so it's added a little bit, just a tiny bit of grit to it, but still basically keeping the same. I can add a bit more bass to it there. Not too much. Okay, so let's listen to that in context with everything else. Yeah, it just has a bit of grit, so it sticks out. But so you can use the Triad, as a really good little mix tool as well, multi-band mix tool. Just requires a little bit of setup and finding a preset, and you can also, if you make your own preset, you can just save your own presets. So if you create a mix tool that you want to use a lot, you just save it as a preset and bang, there it is. Great. Okay, let's add a triad to the master bus just to get a bit more texture in there. Actually, before I do that, let me just, I put the high one too high, so when I put the unity on, I put the high too high, these lost out, so now they're back. Let's, found a cool preset by this artist, Vessel. It just adds a little bit of texture, a bit more texture, kind of subtle reverb and glitchy, stuttery thing. Here, I'll show you. So this one is done the two band parallel processing. So bands 1 and 2 are processed simultaneously and then summed together, and then after it's put through this post summing engine. So you've got these two parallel, and you can kind of balance one over the other if you wanted, and then it gets put through this post engine. Pulsar is another kind of granulant effect, and then obviously there's a big reverb at the end with the mix down pretty low by the look of it. And what he's done is he's used some looping envelopes to do the stutters, and some sample and hold to do the reverse, to keep some movement. See the stutters moving there, and they're playing off each other. Yeah, so I love that sound. And I love how it's kind of two engines that are summed together at the end, and that's really cool. So yeah, hope that gives you some kind of idea of what the Triad can do, and hope you enjoyed this video.